Hey everybody, welcome to the Cosmic Panel, the only YouTube channel that feels like you're on a Zoom conference. Today we're going to talk about weekly comic pulls. We got our five most anticipated ready to go. Today is September 21st. September's already almost over, which is nuts. And we got a
Wow.
really good week this week. Really nice stuff. Yeah, really stacked. I'm going to throw it to Lucas, and he's going to run down his top five picks for the week.
So, starting off is Batman Superman World's Finest, number 7. It's been a fun run. This is the start of the new arc. I'm really excited. We're apparently going to get a parent sidekick that Superman had called Boy Thunder.
Hmm.
And honestly, Mark Waid is writing it, so I think it's going to be pretty goofy, but like in the best of ways. He kind of looks like Iron Fist with his,
Hmm.
if you look at the cover, he has the Iron Fist esque bandana on his face, which I
Oh
think is
yeah,
fucking hilarious.
that's cool.
But yeah, it is
A
interesting
neat, a
because
neat costume.
yeah, no, exactly, and also like Superman doesn't really have sidekicks. I mean, at least not in the past couple years. He hasn't really had sidekicks. He's had his son, which was like then he went off to Super Sons, but like this is like the first time we're hearing about like an official sidekick since like the reboot era. So
Yeah, that hasn't just been a family member or something.
yeah, exactly. He's never had a sidekick that wasn't just a Kryptonian. So
That's
this
cool.
this should be interesting. I'm excited to read it. After that is Batman the Knight, number 9. We are almost done with this series. It has been a 10-issue series. We're on number 9 of 10, and it has been so good. Chip Zdarsky killing it. He writes an amazing Daredevil, and he writes Batman even better.
Hmm.
I'm a huge sucker for training arcs. Like I'm a huge sucker. But this entire
Full
book is
stop.
just Batman training. The
Word.
entire time. It's just him going from master to expert, etc., just picking up skills. First book is like him learning from a thief. The second book is from him learning from a detective. Third one is from like an assassin.
Hmm.
And it's really cool how you like see him literally become stronger and stronger throughout time. And last issue, he got ambushed by an assassin that was sent by Ra's al Ghul, which we obviously know is going to be his last master.
Hmm.
So, which means that he's now going to confront Ra's al Ghul.
Oh damn.
So it should be interesting because it says right here, class time is now over and the final exam is here. Enter the demon's head,
Hmm.
which sounds so badass. And I've
Yeah.
been loving it, honestly. Zdarsky knows how to write Batman really well. Excited to see how this goes and then where it jumps from there.
Yeah.
Next up is Radiant Black, number 18. It was a huge twist in the last issue. So apparently, one of the characters was supposed to die. One of the main characters. He didn't. And Radiant Yellow, who has been like this obscure character that we've kind of been associating with time, you realize he can see the future. He is completely blindsided by the fact that one of the main characters is still alive.
Hmm.
And he says, at the end of the last issue, when he learns that the marshal is still alive, he's like, oh no. And that's how the issue ends. And you're like, oh, this is not good.
It's not supposed to be
He's
happening.
not supposed to be alive right now. Because
Huh.
apparently, from what we can guess, Marshall was supposed to die. And then his friend was supposed to pick back up. The original Radiant Black was supposed to pick back up right where he left off.
Right.
So Nathan was supposed to become again Radiant Black, and but now they're split. Their powers are split. So like, there's this cool shot, this cool panel that I'll insert right here, where they're punching a guy, and each one of them have half of the suits on. So
Hmm.
like, Nathan's left side is like Radiant Black, and then Marshall's right side is Radiant Black, and they're both punching,
Huh.
but they have the power split, which isn't a thing that's been demonstrated. But I'm interested to see where this is gonna go because honestly, we're getting a yellow centric issue, and basically from the synopsis, I feel like we're almost getting like a Doctor Manhattan esque style story because it goes, it's 1979. Wendell George graduates from Purdue with a degree in engineering and plans for the future. It's 2020. Wendell George discovers a cosmic artifact in a donut shop. It's 2023. Everything has fallen apart.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about from
yeah.
Watchmen?
That's interesting. Hmm.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see that. Uh, After that is Public Domain number 4. This is also written by Chip Zdarsky. He is
Oh,
overtaking my fucking list. You can tell this is a passion project from him. It's basically a love letter to Jack Kirby.
huh.
Um, it's really cool. Basically, it's about this artist. There's this artist that wrote about comic books, drew comic books, and it became super popular and made an MCU version esque
Hmm.
allegory.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't make any money from it because all he did was the quote unquote art.
Uh,
And so he's going to the movies and stuff like that, but he's not making any money. But his children are severely disappointed because they're like, you deserve more. You worked. You put more hours. These guys are just raking in your money.
mm.
And then at the end of the first issue, you find out that there's a paper with stating that he is the owner of the character,
Uh,
which is like wild. But the name Public
It's
Domain
like
has,
a is
yeah,
this like a realist like
yeah,
not, you know what I mean, like
yeah. It's a realistic comic. There's no
not
like
nonfiction,
supernatural or
but
anything.
yeah. Okay, that's
It's
cool.
literally just literally like what if like Jack Kirby was still alive and like all of a sudden we learned that instead of Stan Lee was had ownership, it was actually Jack Kirby all along.
Right.
Like that's the best way to put it.
Okay.
And now basically at the end of the last issue, they took a buyout
Mm.
because the legal battle would have taken too long. I think they took out $1 million from the company, which is like nothing. But the company sold them the rights to all of the comics,
Hmm.
which means that now they own the entire comic line.
Hmm.
Which for them is like, okay, whatever, we have the movies. But for the
Right.
father, it's like, oh my god, I can finally do stories that I want with no impediments in my way.
Yeah.
And it's super interesting. It's been fun. The two sons have been. It's kind of been hinting that they're gonna draw and write. Like one of them is very artistic, and the other one is like very savvy with his words.
Hmm.
So it seems like they're gonna become a duo and like run the comic line.
Fun.
Yeah, it's been a very heartwarming story, honestly. Which,
Cool.
after reading Batman and Daredevil, it's like Chip Zdarsky just completely out of left field, just changing his tone, and it's really nice.
Yeah.
Ice Cream Man number 32. I always love Ice Cream Man. It is a horror anthology
32.
series.
Damn.
Yeah, no, we are far into the series. The cover, I'm not gonna lie. Usually I know nothing about the issue before reading it because that's an anthology series. They don't really give you. They usually give you one word, one sentence of summary for these issues
Right.
at least.
Hmm.
The word is, or the sentence is, Doug's gonna try real hard to get and stay sober, but the cover looks gorgeous, and that already makes me so excited to see what happens.
Oh wow.
Like being in an endless loop because of addiction.
It's like yeah, I like that a lot. It's
Yeah, no,
a lot
it's
of cross hatching. It's black and white, which is cool.
yeah, no, exactly. And I mean, usually their issues are usually a great way to kind of show what's happening before the issue. Like Ice Cream Man 29 had Ice Cream Man holding an issue of Ice Cream Man holding an issue of Ice Cream Man, and it was a super meta issue where he became Milkman.
Okay.
Um, or the Ice Cream Man, whatever. He became basically a Superman allegory. And
Okay.
like, there's other ones where it's like it can be read either way. Uh, like the covers for the Ice Cream Man series is just so weird. But
Yeah.
yeah, this one looks interesting, and I'm excited to read it. Ice Cream Man is a good horror anthology. But what about you, Elias? What do you got for us this week?
So this week got a lot of good Marvel pulls. A lot of good Marvel stuff this week. Um, in no particular order, I got Avengers number 60. This is gonna be an Axe tie-in. Otherwise, I wouldn't have put it on my top five.
Yeah.
Avengers has just been like, multiverse shit, which is fine, but it's nothing crazy.
Yeah.
This is actually going to be a good look at, what the Avengers are doing during this time. This is one of the few events that I feel like I really need to read the tie-ins. This affects every individual person in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
The progenitor has to come up to you and give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So this is going to be really interesting. I hope we get to see each of the Avengers receive their judgment. Um,
Did Tony get
and
his? Uh, or have we not seen it yet? I
hmm,
know Cap got
I think
his.
I think Tony was one of the ones that he had to keep deciding on, like he had to come back to him or something.
That'll be
You know what I
interesting.
mean?
I wonder what he'll look like, if he'll look like Howard Stark or like,
Yeah.
because that's
Um,
what I also love. I love that he comes in as the person that you cherish or like put on a pedestal the most,
right.
and it's like
It's
what?
it's
Yeah,
it's really brutal. Like I think it was in Death to Mutants or whatever, that random, or yeah, it was Death to Mutants. The random woman whose like grandma popped up and gave her a thumbs down. That was
yeah.
brutal. That was brutal.
But also the
Um,
woman that lost her husband, and like the progenitor being like, "I'm afraid of that. She'll judge me," and I was like, "What?"
oh, that was weird. We
That
didn't
was
talk about
such a
that.
yeah. We will talk about
I
that.
don't I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. I have to read that
I
panel
I
again.
I, I kind of
I
have a
think
guess, but we can talk about
I
that.
so yeah, so this will just be a cool, hopefully Avengers peek at what's going on with the Axe shit. The last, spoiler warning on all this shit, of course. The last issue of Axe
Everyone
killed
died.
pretty much everyone. Lucas has a theory. We'll talk about that when I get to Axe, but yeah, I'm curious to see what the rest of the Avengers are going to do. This cover has Black Widow and Hawkeye on it, and we haven't heard from them in fucking ages. So
Oh yeah, we literally have not heard from them in so long, which is so
yeah.
weird. I think that Black. I'm pretty sure it's Black Widow that's judging Hawkeye, which is pretty interesting.
Next up, I got X Men Unlimited, X Men Green #2. Now this was technically an online comic. This wasn't. This is an Infinity comic. This is just now getting its print. This is just part two of two. They split it up weird so that you had a lot of like issues in the first book and now a lot of issues in the second book. It's just how they're splitting it up for print. But this is just a really fun series. It's playing off of the X Men Blue, X Men Red, all those teams, X Men Gold, that idea, but doing it with these really obscure characters. I don't think I've gotten to talk about this on
No, you
the
definitely
channel
haven't.
yet. So this was a fun comic that I came across, featuring Nature Girl, who's a um, very obscure mutant,
Yeah, I never even
and
heard of her before this.
yeah, and putting a bunch of weird mutants that you don't hear from, which is something I've been just loving of the recent X Men stuff. Is you're gonna hear from every single mutant. I don't care how minor or how major they are. You're gonna hear from every single one, and that's really, really great. So yeah, Nature Girl goes out on her kind of conquest to stop humans from fucking up the Earth, and it's just a really fun series. Wolverine's on the hunt for her, trying to stop her because she's starts to kill people and shit.
Yeah, and
Um,
that's one of the laws against Krakoa is
yeah,
kill no humans.
yeah. So yeah, it's been a really cool, really fun series. Um, and it's finally getting its print, which I'm glad it did well enough that it got a physical print. So yeah, issue two of two is coming out finally. Next up, I got Strange #6.
Yeah,
Um, quite the twist at the end of the last issue. Again, spoiler warning. It's
yeah,
fucking Steven.
yeah.
Um,
I
I
literally
thought Lucas called that like way before, but you said it was while you were reading that
it was
issue. So
while I was so I was in the middle reading issue
yeah,
5, and
still impressive.
I was like, I was like, this seems like strange. I was like, how much you want to bet that like what's his name is strange? I forgot already his name.
Harvestman.
Harvestman is strange. And then I got to the end of the issue and I was like, oh my fucking god! But I couldn't tell you because Elias hadn't read it yet,
Yeah.
so I couldn't even be like in your face, like because Elias was
Yeah.
like, no, that's too obvious.
But, I mean, and it
It's a good
is.
twist though. It's too
It,
obvious.
it's yeah. I guess it's like hiding in plain sight
No,
kind of
exactly.
thing.
That's
Yeah.
it's great.
Right. Yeah. I could dig that. So yeah, it's just this Strange has been really amazing though. Clea's just really has so much character. Really takes up the page. We haven't heard from her in a long time, so I'm glad that we're getting this highlight from her. And Strange is staying dead. Um, to allow Clea to get some spotlight. Um,
Have you
so
have you seen issue number nine's cover? They released it after issue number 5.
I have not seen issue nine's cover.
Look at it real quick. It is legitimately chill.
Oh, okay, word.
It's
That's
so it's
cool.
so beautiful seeing them both together. Like
That's a great
it's
cover.
such a simple one, but like them both like holding each other, you can like the art is spectacular. Like the fact that you can see.
Yeah. The strange covers have been very like varied. Like the first two were like this very 3D looking art,
Yeah, it was really weird.
and now it's to. I mean, I prefer this personally, but
Yeah,
it was
same.
it was a weird start. But yeah, um, this series is just a ton of fun.
Yeah, no, this series has been great. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I think the white kind of looks good on Steven.
Yeah,
The white hair actually looks great and it matches Clea even more.
yeah, it's true. Power couple for
OTP.
sure. Yeah. So yeah, really excited for Strange. Next up, I am excited but also nervous to read Carnage #6.
Yeah,
Um,
fuck.
I if yeah, I mean, last issue or was it 2 issues ago? Spinneret um, approached
Yeah, that was
the
two
cop
issues ago.
John, yeah, basically implying that Carnage is gonna fuck some shit up if you don't stop him.
Yeah,
Um, so and now he's in hell. So
and he's going
I'm a
after
little
Malekith.
yeah. So I'm a little concerned about that.
His
Because if
fucking
Carnage gets
the cover looks
yeah,
insane.
cover's crazy. But yeah, it looks gnarly as fuck.
Oh my
Um,
god, look at the Hots Virgin variant. Oh my god.
oh yeah, he's sick.
Holy fuck.
He
That
did a
is
bunch of
insane.
King and Black variants and stuff. He's nuts.
That
Kyle
looks,
Hotz, right?
yeah, man, that
Yeah,
looks insane, especially tying in with like the fact that Carnage wants to become a god.
yeah,
That's like very like
that's really nice. And I like this other one too. This looks like Declan Shalvey. Yeah, that's
that's
really nice
sick.
too. I like that a lot.
But yeah, I
Um,
mean, he got a fire wolf at the end of last issue.
yeah. So he's just been fucking shit up, and yeah, I'm scared for what comes next. But it's been a really amazing book, so hopefully it keeps this forward momentum. Last but certainly not least, I have Axe Judgment Day #5.
Yep.
Issue 4 came out last week. I don't know how this is the most well planned out slash scheduled event that Marvel's done in
Years.
years?
Years easily.
Question mark.
I would say easily since Secret Wars. Like
Oh
the
yeah,
the
at
Secret Wars
least.
with Jonathan
But
Hickman.
dude, even that was spread out and also got an extra issue added to it because they needed to fit in more story. I don't
Then
know if you
yeah,
remember
so
that.
this is
So
so well planned.
this is it.
This is like so good, honestly.
Yeah. So like oh yeah, so as I was saying before, everyone fucking died, but the last panel is Cap.
Yeah, just
Now Lucas had a great theory that I can't see them not doing, which is all of the guilty are still alive. So if all of them have to kind of put their heads together or, face off against the Celestial themselves, that could be really good.
yeah,
Um,
because like it would be interesting if he's like these people are too good for the earth, therefore I'll kill them. And then
yeah,
everyone else is like, now you must live with your consequences. Like that
right.
that would be such a good twist.
Yeah, I definitely think so. And especially because he was like, when he was, as he was putting his thumb down or whatever, he was like saying like, you guys have had so many chances.
Yeah.
Like,
There's always
what if,
another tomorrow.
right? What if there was no tomorrow? Like, this is it.
Which
So
was like
yeah,
so fucked. That was such a great monologue.
yeah,
You
dude.
mean like there is no more tomorrows? It's like,
Yeah,
oh fuck.
yeah.
We really
Fuck,
fucked up.
absolutely fucked.
Yeah, and Star
Um,
Fox being like, please give us one more chance, and he's like, nah.
nah. Star
Nah, I don't
Fox
feel
had a
like
really
it.
good, yeah. Star Fox had a really good like speech too. I felt confident in him. But no, it wasn't enough.
Yeah, no, it
Um,
was it was I will say, me and Elias did talk about this. The Uranus fight felt way too short. They should
In
have,
the main event?
yeah, in the main event.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Be-
yeah.
Because they get rid of Uranos, like they dispatch of him in issue 4. And it's like what, 2 pages maybe? And it's Magneto and Storm facing off against him and redirecting his own weapons against him with the help of Tony Stark. But
Right.
it's like,
Which is great, which is really a really cool retaliation.
yeah, that's a
But
smart way to do that.
again, I think because they have so many tie-ins, we're gonna hopefully get more of a
Yeah.
glimpse at that. And I guess that just proves our point. Like you got to read the tie-ins
Yeah, no, for
because
this event, 100%. You
I
have to
mean
collect everything.
these are all $5 books. The main event, so it's still jumbo, larger than normal, but it's clearly just a lot to do. So they're kind of, I guess, keeping the main event, the main books more compact as
Yeah,
far
which
as
is nice.
yeah, which is
The
good.
the
But
main
you
event is
definitely got
a
to read the tie-ins.
general overview of everything, and then the
Yeah,
tie-ins are the deeper in looks.
I can imagine the next X-Men Red is going to go into that. Obviously, is
Oh
going to go
yeah,
into the Uranos encounter.
I do kind of feel
Um,
like maybe the X-Men Red should have like released like, I don't know if like maybe like they were supposed to be like a month before because like the
well,
timing of it, but I
yeah,
I don't know.
it is very interesting again that the main books are releasing this fast,
Yeah, no, exactly.
because they could have way more tie-ins in between every single book, but I think they want to keep it going.
You
They
want
want
to
to keep
keep
the
the
momentum.
momentum, which is great, honestly.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, yeah, it's crazy.
I feel like if they waited a month after that last issue, people would be like reading all the other books and be like, "You're dead, you're dead,
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
dead." What
Yeah,
is he doing during this moment? Why isn't everyone dead? Like everyone would be just like complaining in the comments
right,
and like in
exactly.
forums, and it'd be like
Yeah,
they were just like, "No,
um,
let's finish this resolution."
right. So yeah, if we weren't recording another video after this, I would be reading this immediately after
Yeah,
we stop. But I'll be reading it tonight.
yeah, 100%.
Um,
I do have one more idea that I think they will do. I
mm,
think the guilty will tell the progenitor to judge himself. And
mm,
I think it will be interesting to see what he says.
yeah,
Because I
yeah,
think either he judges himself and he's like, I'm guilty, therefore let me erase, and like he like time warps everyone back, but everyone keeps their memories of the event,
right.
or like he just rebuilds them.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
interesting. It's very interesting.
I think that's a good theory.
But
Yeah,
yeah, that has been our weekly comic polls.
for September 21st. Thanks for joining us on the Cosmic Panel today. Don't forget to subscribe, support your local comic shop, and buy comics.